Good evening, afternoon, and morning, Sale Creek.
This is Haley Speller.
And that's Mia Speller.
And this is your Panther News.
Go.
This week, Sale Creek, we appreciate ourselves.
9. Our school.
Even further,
Our teachers.
So, to begin, we want to say thank you, teachers, on behalf of us and this Panther News team.
And the rest of Sale Creek.
And the rest of Sale Creek. We'll kick off with, what did we learn this year?
I'm here with a couple middle schoolers, and we're going to ask them one question. What did you learn this year?
I learned how to do coordinate planes with like 4 squares, and I learned how to do lines.
I learned in English how to use figurative language correctly in like my essay.
The dangers of using natural gases and fossil fuels.
I'm here with our final middle schooler, and we're going to ask her one question. What did you learn this year?
I learned about a leaf plot and how to use one.
And now we're going to talk to some high schoolers.
I learned how to talk in Spanish, and that's pretty good.
Let's see, I learned how to write essays better from Mr. Whetstone, and I learned a lot about biology from Miss Collins.
I learned trig ratios and what they do. I can find sides. Cool, right?
An OH on the end of a base, it's a base, not an acid.
I learned that disco was the biggest thing since Beatlemania.
Well, Miss Langley always understood when we were online, and she always helped us, and she always understood that it would take us longer to get stuff done. And she was really helpful.
I know all about Paul's first, second, and third missionaries.
One thing I've learned this year is teamwork and leadership, which is very important.
I learned about Frankenstein.
I learned how to make a yearbook.
X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
In math, I learned that the quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
So this week, instead of covering how the players are doing, we decided that we would go interview a few players of some of these sports, see how the coaches are doing. Let's go.
Got to give kudos to Pierce because he deals with middle schoolers all day, and then he comes and deals with Jonah Brantley. So, my respect is on him for dealing with Joe every single day of the week.
How have the coaches helped you improve over this season? Our coaches are very positive, and they encourage us to always do our best and not always focus on the negative side of things.
How have the coaches inspired you to do better?
After any minor inconvenience, she always positively reinforces us with her words.
probably just like to say thank you to Mr. Whetstone, because after his whole day and grading essays and everything, he comes out and helps coach it for all the practices, all the games, even if they're far away or close. It's just really kind of him.
I would just like to thank Coach Robs for going out of her way, because she is a teacher and she's a mom and she does pitching lessons, but she still always finds time for us girls on the softball team.
I want to thank her for keeping the balance during all the times and not freaking out whenever we have to change the schedule.
Grading, and they also have to go to practice after school, so they're just real troopers, honestly. I love them.
As students, it's hard to appreciate all that our teachers do for us.
On a day-to-day basis, the expression of our appreciation can get lost in the flow of things. However,
Lost in the sauce,
if you will. However, this segment is dedicated to you teachers. Thank you for all that you do.
This week, we are focusing on making our teachers feel appreciated and loved. You can do this in many ways, like saying thank you when your teacher lets you borrow a pencil, or saying have a nice day when you walk out of the room. You can even bring them gifts in order to show how thankful you really are. It's not that hard to make your teachers feel good about themselves. It's quite simple, honestly. Just make them feel loved. Now we are going to cut to a clip of students talking about why they appreciate their teachers, and why you should too.
Thank you for believing in me, teachers.
Thank you for helping me in times of needs, teachers.
Thank you for letting us catch a toad even though we weren't supposed to.
Thank you for being there for me on hard times.
Thank you for being patient with me.
Thank you for being the best coach I've ever had.
Thank you for all your hard work.
I thank my teachers for caring about my future.
Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for understanding me.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you for letting me have a second chance and fixing all my mistakes.
Thank you for not being angry with me.
Thank you for being nice.
Thank you for teaching.
Thank you for helping me along the way.
Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you for being patient.
Thank you, teachers, for taking your time and helping me learn.
Thank you for being a friend.
Appreciative for all of the help and support I get in Spanish class. Muchas gracias.
I would like to thank the teachers for helping me through the year and making sure that I'll pass, because it's been really important to me, and without them I wouldn't have made it.
Clearly, some of us are upset about having to say goodbye to our teachers. Some of us aren't so upset about having to say goodbye to the seniors.
Find your own ride to school.
I will not.
We love you, teachers, and we love you, Sale Creek.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Peace out.